Hey, all, Marissa here with the Art of Ecology, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to create your own watercolor paints to create beautiful masterpieces with. So we will need all sorts of different plants that are going to give us some beautiful colors. And all of these paints can be made with just 3 basic ingredients, and that's your foraged plant, cornstarch, and water. Let's think about what colors we want to use for our watercolor paintings. All right, so let's think about color theory here. When we create our paints, we know that we're going to want at least the 3 primary colors of yellow, red, and blue. Once we have those 3, we can mix and match those to our heart's content to make any color of the rainbow. For red, we are going to be using pokeweed berries. These berries create this beautiful, beautiful fuchsia color that you see the stems on, and that can act as our red. Keep in mind though that pokeweed, if you're gonna be using it for your reds, pokeweed is toxic. It's a wonderful native plant, but it is toxic. So the container that you put it in will need to be washed very thoroughly after you create and use your paints before you can use it for food again. Goldenrod here will make a beautiful yellow color when we steep the flowers and the stems. But as you can see, there are a ton of pollinators here. So whenever you forage, be sure not to pick too much. Green, if you don't want to mix yellow and blue together, can be found in spinach leaves. Other fun colors to make can be oranges, which can be found in these beautiful cosmos flowers, or even in marigolds. Browns can be produced by the black walnut hulls. So you'll want a couple of the black walnuts if you want to create a nice tree brown. As you harvest, try to pick up things that have fallen on the ground, are looking a little old and not as nice. That way you're keeping all of the really valuable, important food or resources for animals where they need to be. Things like the black walnut, they fall off of the tree, and this can be what I use in my foraging bucket. To create your paints, you're gonna want your foraged plant material, and you'll want about 1 cup of whatever plant you want to use for the different colors. You're going to want water and about a teaspoon to start of cornstarch. You're gonna mix all of those things together after steeping and boiling the plant matter to extract the color and the pigments. You're gonna wanna mix all of these together to get the consistency of paint that you like. So let's get started on that, and then we can create our masterpieces. When it's at the color that you like, you can strain all of the plant matter out, leaving just the liquid behind. Then add enough cornstarch to it to make it a nice paintable consistency. You just want it to be able to spread and stick to the paper a little bit better. I have my all natural paints. You can see this one is still a little warm from steeping. But let's give it a try and see what colors come up on my paper. Let's explore the colors. So this first one that I'm going to try is marigold. It's a rather faint but cute little orange. Next is pokeberry. Ooh, look at that. Very vibrant. Next is blueberry. We have goldenrod. A dingy golden brown. Black walnuts. And grass. walnut to get something a little more vibrant, something a little more peachy orange. Now, I'm gonna paint my piece here, and we'll see how it turns out using all natural watercolor paints. So while it's a little muted in coloration, it still is really fun and kind of rewarding to be able to say, I made this with plants. What will you create?